everybody? Yogi here. Today we're gonna take a drive around West Bend because it's been pretty close to 1 year since my original coronavirus drive around West Bend. Just kind of giving you a feeling how things are back to normal in West Bend. Kind of compare. I mean, the day is kind of grayish like that day was. I thought to myself, you know, it's been about a year since I did that video, so maybe do a quick drive around West Bend, see what's changed. That video, I believe, was the 4th or 5th video I ever posted. So yeah, we're gonna start where I started the video last year and try to retrace those steps. So without further ado, here we go. So last year I pretty much started my video right about here, I believe. Right about here, in this general area. And cars were hard to come by that day. Not a whole lot of cars on the roads. I remember driving alongside I-45 or Highway 45 because it veers off from Interstate 41 so you could come up to West Bend. And I remember driving down in that area. I was on the old 45, which is now called County Highway P. And I remember looking over, because you could see the freeway from, or Highway 45 from County P in certain areas. And there was not one car on Highway 45 that day. And I thought to myself, holy cow, this thing is, how bad is this coronavirus? You know, nobody's coming outside, and you know, you're told one thing one day by the quote-unquote experts, and then you're told something else by the quote-unquote experts. And, you know, the one guy, don't even get me started with him. He's been all over the map for a year. Why people are still listening to this guy blows my mind. You know, that might give you some comments. You know, if you're upset with my personal views on what I think of this particular person, that's on you. And again, I mean, if you want to comment below, that's fine. His science has been all over the map. This guy went from telling you you didn't have to wear masks, stay outside, live your lives, to 48 hours later, it's 10 times deadlier than the flu, and hide in your house, and then you're supposed to wear one mask, and then you're supposed to wear 2 masks, and then you're supposed to never leave your house again, and end of rant. So anyways, we stopped here at the stoplight that year, and it was pretty quiet. Not a whole lot of traffic. As you can see, this year, much different. Everybody's back out again for the most part. I mean, I DoorDash. I deliver for a living right now. And people have the option of, you know, you leave it at the door, or you can hand it to the customer. Some customers you hand it to are really paranoid. Like I handed some food yesterday to a customer. They hardly opened their door, and they had masks on, and they were just, you know, kind of like as much room as I could get begging to hand to them. That was as much room as I was allowed. So I squeezed it through the crack in the door. So anyways, we're downtown now. And last year at this time, it was very quiet. Not a whole lot of cars out. Not a lot of cars at all down here. The West Bend Theater had just opened up and had, I believe, 1 concert, and then shut down for a period of months, and then kind of reopened again. Started showing movies. Like they're showing Willy Wonka, the Chocolate Factory, and Inception. And they're still having bands as well. But, you know, capacity is limited, and you have to wear a mask in there. So I have not personally gone to a theater. I'm not going to sit in a movie theater with a mask on. Sorry. Just doesn't make sense to me. I like to breathe. I need to breathe because of my asthma, so wearing a mask is difficult for me, and I do wear a mask when I dash. However, as you can tell, I mean, a lot more cars on the road. Things have been back to normal up here, to be honest with you, since summer. I mean, more people came out, and we're just kind of like, okay, this is enough of this. Our governor still has us under a mask mandate. Why? I don't know. Politics, again. You know, some states like Florida and Texas are saying, you know, enough is enough. Let the people decide what's best for them. So, again, you know, I really am not trying to be political, but I agree. Let the people decide what's best for us. I don't need the government, either side of the aisle, telling me what I can and cannot do. That is an infringement on my rights. That is an infringement on your rights. And people need to start saying enough is enough. Let us open up and see what happens. Will it happen? Maybe. I don't know. But sports teams are starting to have people in the stands. I believe the Texas Rangers are going to have their opening day with 100 million, or not 100 million, a full house. They're going to have a 100% capacity in their stadium. Again, I wouldn't go if I had to wear a mask sitting in Texas in the heat for opening day. No, thanks. So anyhow, this is the path I came. We're on South Main Street right now. Coming up to Decorah. So again, I mean, if you disagree with my views on this whole coronavirus thing, great. If you want to leave a comment down below, great. Keep it civil. I'm not about starting fights with people on YouTube. That's not my thing. If you enjoy my videos, fine. If this one turns you off, don't watch it. You know, I don't know what else to tell you. Wait till the next one. But those are my views. And last time I checked, we were a country that was able to have our views, even though those views have been taken away for some, which is a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But it was just such a weird feeling last year driving around and nothing was going on. No places were open except for pretty much just the grocery stores, some fast food restaurants. This bowling center here, Kingpin, that wasn't open. I don't know if Aldi was open. I don't remember if they shut down for a little while. But it was really weird when I took that video starting around 7 o'clock p.m. So it was later. But it was just odd. It was like being in a whole different, it was like being in a post-apocalyptic world. And it's really hard to believe. What's really hard to believe is that it was a year ago. You know, 2020, considering all the craziness that happened, all the bad things that happened, it was, in my opinion, a year that kind of flew by. You know, maybe it's because I wasn't working for most of it. Maybe that had something to do with it, but it was a really weird year. You know, a lot of people lost loved ones. It was just, if we could do it over again, I would love to do a re-over on 2020, but we can't. So let's make 2021 better than 2020. So as you can see, lots of places are open now. Shopko's still closed. That's been closed for a couple years now. Hopefully something will go in there. You know, if they have to tear it down and put a Target or something like that up, we could use a Target up here. I'm trying to think if there were any businesses that really were affected and shut down up here in West Bend. You know, there's been a couple of restaurants downtown area that have been sold to other people and reopened. Not closed completely. Has anything really closed down in West Bend since coronavirus? I'm trying to think about that. I can't think of anything off the top of my noggin. So now we're on Paradise Drive, West Paradise Drive. We're coming up to 45. It was quiet. You know, lots more cars out here now than last year. If you want to put in the comments below what your 2020 was like, I put a video up a couple months ago how my 2020 was. So if you want to know how my 2020 was, go back and watch that video. But if you want to comment below how your 2020 was and, you know, what you're hoping for in 2021, please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what you folks have to say. I usually get back to you pretty quickly. Either a thumbs up, a heart, or I'll actually type a message back. We all need to get back to normal. I mean, you know, hopefully we'll get back to whatever normal was before. One thing I do remember about last year is that gas prices were crazy low. I mean, I remember getting gas for 98 cents a gallon, or 99 cents a gallon, before filming one of my episodes. I believe it was the Holy Hill Aaron crazy paranormal story. You know, I never thought I would see 99 cents for gas again in my lifetime. And here we are a year later, and it's already up to, in this area, 269, 275. If you don't have a job right now, and you're looking for something to do, go start door dashing for a while. All right, so last time I went a little farther west. So we're coming back up to Main Street, not Main Street, Washington Street, and 18th Avenue, and it's pretty much back to normal here. Plenty of people out on the roads, people trying to just go about their daily business. And that is pretty much going to do it for this episode of Road Trips with Yogi.